I'm reporting on Alison Jones' book, At School I've Got a Chance, Culture, Privilege, Pacific Islands and Pakhea Girls at School. This is an ethnographic study that tells the story of several girls ages 14 to 16 at a high school in New Zealand. And Jones takes on the role of a participant observer. She goes back to the school, she attends classes with these students, she hangs out with them during recess and lunch, and her goal is to see schooling through the eyes of these girls. There's two main groups of participants, as the title alludes to. The first group, the Pakhea, are those girls of European descent, and these girls tend to do well in school because as members of the dominant white culture in New Zealand, they share the values, the beliefs, the ways of thinking, the language that schooling rewards. In other words, they have cultural capital. The Pacific Island girls, on the other hand, are from working class families. They are of Polynesian descent, and they are a minority group in New Zealand society and historically have been a marginalized group as well. They tend to do poorly in school and end up getting stink jobs after they graduate. And Jones argues that this is so because these girls lack the economic and cultural capital that's controlled by the Pakhea. So for Jones, school success is not about cultural differences per se, but it's about how schools unconsciously make knowledge of the dominant culture a prerequisite for school success. One article alone could not generate to quote Gertz, the thick description that this book provides. The study was carried out over 4 school terms, and Jones attended schools on average 3 days a week. She took extensive field notes, observations. She interviewed 19 of these students altogether and their teachers. At 9 chapters, the book covered much more terrain than a single article could. Theoretically, there was a lot of 3 chapters devoted to the ideas of Bordeaux, the French sociologist. So it was anchored in Bordeaux's postmodern work, and that really helped me understand how culture and politics are linked in schooling. In particular, she draws on Bordeaux's notions of habitus and symbolic violence, and she shows how that happens in the classroom and how social patterns of privilege are maintained by schooling. Like Jones, I am doing a critical ethnographic study grounded in a postmodern tradition of critical social theory. So this book provided a really good example of this type of qualitative research. Thank you.